All right. Today I'm going to focus more on there's a million things I could talk about. But today I'm going to focus more on the installation process. But a little bit about me. This is my family, my wife, my dad, my sister, brother-in-law, and my three nephews. There is a fourth. He's not in this photo though. He just turned one yesterday. So, activities I like to do, outdoor activities. I like to go. We go side by siding, snowmobiling in the winter. Kind of fun to go on the same trails. That's my dog, Winchester. Um, we got him. He just turned 4. He's Havanese. I don't know if anyone knows what a Havanese is, but that's what he is. So. All right, proper roof installation, best practices for asphalt shingle roofing. So, first thing, get to a job site. First thing we want to do is we want to go through and check all our materials are correct. We have the correct quantities. One of the most important things is correct colors. Been to job sites before, and well, not us per se, but the wrong color shingles were delivered and installed. Wasn't found out until the roof was basically done. So that's kind of a big deal. So yeah, that's a big thing. We got to check that morning of. So verifying materials. Another important is going around and protecting the house, protecting the elements. As you can see, it's a messy construction site. A lot of stuff everything gets thrown off the roof. So you got to be very protective of plants, house, all the property. And obviously safety for the people as well. Harnesses, ladder, safety ladders where they attach to the gutters so they don't slide and move like that. That's all very important. So first thing you do, once shingles are removed, this is where one of the only unknowns are when it comes to providing a roofing quote is wood replacement. You can look in the attic, but a lot of times you're not going to be able to see how much wood is going to need to be replaced until the shingles are actually torn off. So that is always an extra cost in the estimate. It's replace per sheet. But the important part about replacing wood is, one, the only time you can do it is when the shingles are off. Second of all, very important, I like to compare it to, let's say, a subfloor. If you put a new floor on a weak subfloor, your new floor is only as good as the structure below it. Same goes with a roofing system. If you have bad wood, your shingles are only going to be as good as the structure below it. So if there's gaps or they're rotted out, you're gonna have issues. And to replace a piece of wood now, super easy. Once the roof is completely done and you have to go and replace a piece, not easy, and a lot more expensive. So once the roof is torn off, wood replaced, everything goes on. So we put the drip edge on first. The drip edge goes along the edges, and literally that's what it does. It's drip edge. So when the rain goes over, it goes over the drip edge into the fascia, so it doesn't go back into the house. Next is ice and water. Code is 24 inches past the heated interior wall. We use 6 feet, which is plenty past code. That code is, that's ice and water, and then that's synthetic felt, which goes on the rest. And then you have your rake edge, drip edge as well. Another very important aspect is flashing, chimney flashing. So you can see this lady, she had been actually having a leak in her kitchen for about 2 years. Had it painted a couple times, kept flaking off. Um, Went assessed it and thought it was the chimney, and we were correct. As you can see how rotted out all the wood was. So kind of before and then after. One thing a lot of people don't know is, so here it doesn't need to be done, but when a chimney is 30 inches long and 2 feet, at least 2 feet or 3 feet below the ridge, you have to, code requires you to build a chimney cricket or chimney chase, which is basically just a little gable behind it so the water runs off to the sides instead of hitting directly at the back. Just little things that are important. So the other next after that, we install our starter strips. So back in the day, they used to just flip the shingle over and use the back side. Now it's called a starter strip. So that first row of shingles, you don't want to see the nails on them. So there's a starter strip that you nail down, and then the first row of shingles, there's adhesive on it, and that adhesive activates when it gets warm. So that's what keeps the first row held down without seeing exposed nail heads in it. Another very important part of roofing is intake, outtake, ventilation. Like I was talking about earlier, ice dams are either formed by ventilation or insulation. So when we do an inspection on a roof, that's one of the things to look at. Like to go in the attic, check for that they have it. So right here you see this is the older type of ventilation. They call it slant vents. But now the newer system is called a ridge vent. So this ridge vent, what they do is they cut about a 1.5 inches out all the way up, and then a ridge vent goes over top of it. So you get a lot more ventilation compared to the box vents. This is called your exhaust. So what happens is your attic, the air comes into your soffits and then comes out your ridge vent. Another reason that is important is because the shingles are made of asphalt. Obviously, asphalt, the hotter it gets, the quicker it wears out, the more brittle it gets. So the more ventilation you have in the attic, the longer lifespan you can actually get out of your roof. All right. At the end of the job, I'm gonna go ahead and seal any exposed nail heads. So you will have a few exposed nail heads on the, well, if I go back page, on the very last ridge cap shingle, there'll be 2 nails, which we do seal. With that, we go over the job site. So we go over it all day while we're there, when we're finished with the job, and then the following day we come back and go again around the house, just to make sure everything's clean, especially getting all the nails. Yesterday we were doing one in Fremont Lake as a cottage, so that's, they're walking around bare feet, got little kids, so I want to ensure everything is picked up and clean. And then, yeah, I'd like to do go around with the homeowner, do a final inspection, walk through everything with them, make sure they're completely satisfied. And common mistakes, a lot of people don't realize. So when you look at a roof, it's all going to look the same. Everything that's really important is everything you don't see, which are improper nailing. If you drive it at the wrong angle, if you drive it too hard, it can back out. If you use old flashing, it deteriorates. So new roof really isn't doing you that much good if you're reusing old flashing and putting new shingles on top of it. Ventilation, another thing we talked about, and obviously incorrect shingle alignment as they have to be staggered. So that's important too. So, any questions?
So, with it being this hot, if you're gonna go out and do an inspection on a roof, with it being the temperatures it's been this week, how do you prevent just causing damage from just walking around on a hot?
Well, if it's extremely hot and it's a steep roof, won't actually go on it. Otherwise, little trick of the trade is couch cushions. You take a couch cushion, obviously you take the fabric off of it, you throw that cushion on a shingle, and literally that roof can be straight up and down, and that cushion is like Velcro. So that's one thing that you can use if you had to get on there and walk around. But so actually had to replace a shingle yesterday because I was climbing up to take a final photo, and it was a light colored shingle, and it turned into basically melted rubber when I tried stepping up. So yeah, you gotta pay attention to that.
So for hotter climates, what material do they use?
What's that?
Like Florida and stuff, what kind of shingles do they use?
So they do use asphalt shingles, but you will see a lot more like tile or metal roofs in Florida, especially because of the heat, and the tile metal roofs will last much longer.
Do you guys do tile roofing at all?
I would have not done tile roof. No,
I think so, like,
they're not very common around here.
seems pricey.
What about metal roof?
What's that?
What about metal roof?
Yeah, we do metal roof. So there's two types of metal roofs. There's what I call barn metal, which is exposed fastener, and then there's standing seam, where you don't see any of the fasteners. I don't recommend the exposed fastener because when you screw those in, the little rubber grommets on the screws, the UV rays from the sun dry them out, and after time, they'll start leaking and have to be replaced.
Have you ever fallen off a roof?
Have I ever fallen off a roof? Yes. 2 weeks ago, actually, it was my first time. But I kind of knew it was going to happen, so I just slid right off and landed on my feet, and so.
Made it cool.
Yep. Yeah. Made it look like it was supposed to happen. So.
You have a patent on your couch cushion.
No, I don't. It's a good idea though.
All right, so with the wrong colored shingles on the roof, are you offering a 50% discount, or are you just replacing them and taking the loss?
That
Either way, it's a loss.
that's on us and the distributor for delivering.
Distributor will take partial blame for that.
They'll take responsibility. So we had a distributor. Obviously, it was their fault, not something intentional. But when the truck went on the driveway, it made some cracks, spider cracks in the driveway. So they reimbursed them for a new driveway.
Wow.
So I was like, "Come over to my house." Quick story. This didn't happen to me. It did happen to my boss when he was in Baltimore. They actually roofed a house, finished, were completely done, everything left, and found out they roofed the wrong house.
No.
And the people never showed up, so they never talked to them, so they just came home to a brand new roof. So, so